coming up on ATV News.
The report is out. Sexual assault allegations against teachers at Utah State. What USU is doing about it.
You've seen these orange bikes on campus and around downtown. We'll tell you how you can ride one coming up.
This is the week to clean your yard. We'll show you how you can get your spring debris hauled away for free.
In weather, I'll tell you if you'll be able to dine on the sidewalk or have to stay inside.
We sat down with Aggie basketball's new head coach, Craig Smith. We'll show you his expectations in sports.
All that and more, this is ATV News. Welcome to ATV News. I'm Bronson Tykert.
And I'm Sarah Murphy. USU announced the results of a month-long investigation by independent reviewers looking at sexual assault allegations against teachers in the music department. ATV's Aaron Cox joins us with the latest on the report.
Thanks, Sarah. The report presented by investigators say the allegations are true. Both current and former students here at USU have experienced forms of sexual assault, sexual harassment, verbal assault, and gender discrimination from their teachers. Lexi has been practicing here in the piano department for 4 years. And today's announcement didn't surprise her. She even filed a Title IX complaint against one of her professors.
He made my life hell. I was scared every single time I saw him in the hallway, and I was scared every single time I heard his keys as he walked by. It would just send shoots of anxiety through my body.
But she says the university didn't help.
I'm not even exaggerating when I say I would get the same scripted answer over and over and over again.
And that's why President Cockett announced changes at the university.
It is my strongest commitment to move this university forward to better assure the safety, well-being, and care of our students, staff, and faculty.
President Cockett says USU will be reorganizing their Title IX office and expanding faculty conduct expectations. Cockett also says they are looking into placing cameras or observation windows in all of the one-on-one instruction rooms. This is Professor Gary Amano playing alongside one of his students. He retired last Monday, and Professor Dennis Hurst has been removed as the head of the piano department. Both were reported to have enabled, ignored, or discriminated and sexually assaulted some of their students, some who say they have mixed feelings about seeing their professors like this.
I don't know if surprised is the right word. I was taken aback by it, maybe.
We do care about him, and even a lot of the people who've had a little bit of issue with him really care about him and recognize his fabulous teaching.
And for Lexi, the hope changes will actually happen here.
Actions speak louder than words, and right now it's just a whole lot of words.
President Cockett says she will also be checking all the other colleges here on campus to see if gender discrimination is occurring, with many more changes to be announced. She also says that this is her call to action, and she doesn't intend to fail. Reporting live, Aaron Cox, ATV News.
Thanks, Aaron.
6 people are in police detention today after a drug bust in downtown Logan. This morning, several marijuana plants were seized from this home by the Logan Police Department and Cash-Rich Drug Task Force. Police say they used the SWAT team in the raid because the individuals had violent criminal histories. Police say charges are still pending for the 6 people involved.
Logan City Police are attempting to identify 5 individuals who are wanted for counterfeit and theft. Police say 2 of these people are wanted for using 4 counterfeit $100 bills at a local retail establishment, and the other 3 for theft of approximately $1,000 worth of merchandise. The 2 crimes are unrelated, and 4 of these individuals have been caught on camera. The 5th is described as a heavy, bald, middle-aged male with tattooed knuckles. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of these individuals, contact Logan City Police.
Do you have some branches and leaves in your spring cleanup? If you live in Logan City, they'll help you get rid of them. Logan City says if you pile your leaves and branches in front of your house before April 16th, their crews will pick them up. The branches can be up to 6 feet long and 12 inches in diameter. One Logan resident appreciates the service.
One of our favorite things about living in Logan City is the yard cleanup, both in the spring and the fall. We love that in the springtime we can trim branches, trim bushes, put it out here, and they'll come clean it up so we don't have to worry about hauling it off.
Olson says it's a great service, especially for those who don't have a truck to haul to the dump.
You may have noticed a fleet of orange bikes around Logan City this week. Logan City and USU have partnered up with Spin, a bike sharing company, to provide bikes for residents and students. The bikes have a basket, lights, a lock system, and a built-in GPS. To use the bikes, you have to download the Spin app, then scan the code of the bike that you want to use. One Logan City worker says the bikes will highlight much of what Logan has to offer.
I think it's a great thing for Cache Time. We have a lot of trails, we have a lot of bike lanes, and we have a lot of residents who may not have access to bikes. So I think it's really great for our residents.
It's just $1 to use the bike for a half an hour and 50 cents for students. To see more of the guidelines and rules for the bikes, you can visit our Facebook page.
If you have any clothes that have been damaged, there is a place you can go to get them repaired at Utah State. The Utah State Repair Shop had its soft opening on Friday morning. It is right outside the Utah State thrift store. Students can pay to replace broken zippers or sew up holes in clothing that has been damaged.
And that way there's a little more longevity in all the things that they use, but it also kind of instills a culture where things aren't thrown away so quickly. You buy something with the intent to have it last.
The repair shop will have its grand opening at the beginning of fall semester.
And when we come back, USU equine athletes are getting better thanks to a simple addition to their facility.
Are men or women better drivers? We'll show you what one study has to say coming up.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Students in biological engineering at Utah State University have the unique chance through the Synthetic Biomanufacturing Institute to engineer uses for spider silk. Projects developed in the lab include medical coatings, strong adhesives, and elastic woven fibers. These Aggies from Utah State are influencing and changing the face of biological engineering. Join them and leave your mark as well.
Live music, downtown Logan was the place to be this weekend. Here's why.
Logan City Limits is Aggie Raiders' attempt to destroy the Berlin Wall between the university and the community. That is Logan City, and bringing the community together via art, music, and film. The sun will shine in my back door someday.
So many people are relying back on their hometowns to go find music. They wait till they go on a break or something to go to a concert, and they don't know that there's some incredible bands here.
Find a dream you want.
It's a very inviting environment, and having people just become aware of, there are other venues. It's not just a Bent Taggart Student Center. There's the Catch, there's Y Sound, there are different restaurants that have live music depending on the season.
I think when we played, they couldn't even let in any more people because it was like there were so many people in the room.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that felt really good. That was some of the most fun playing I've done in a long time.
Good energy.
You don't want to be the person sitting on the back just not caring on what's going on in your community, what's going on in the local scene. You got to get out there, you got to explore and live a little. And that's what Logan City Limits is.
Aggie radio members say they're looking forward to putting on the same event for students and the community next spring.
Ballerinas, gymnasts, and powerlifters practice their form using mirrors. Riders in USU's equine program are now using their reflections to perfect their form.
I want you to think about closing your elbow, pulling your shoulder back.
These new mirrors in the Equine Center at USU's South Farm give immediate feedback to riders. Equine professor Kelly Munns says the form changes the way a rider communicates with the horse.
Just like a dancer dances in front of a mirror because their form is so important, the same thing happens with the horse, right? That as you're sitting on top of that horse, that you can do exactly what you want to do on that horse and you can feel it without waiting for a video to see what it looks like.
Munns says the riders are seeing improvements in their form and hopes to install more mirrors this year. Who drives better, men or women?
Bronson, that's a good question, and Haley Hendricks is going to show us how driving stereotypes impact the way people think.
When getting behind the wheel, many people have the idea that they're the best driver on the road. But a new study says people shouldn't be so confident in who's better. According to DECRA, a vehicle inspection company, more men believe they have better overall driving skills than women. And a few students at Utah State University say they agree with it too.
I would say men, to be honest.
I would like to say that women are better at driving, but I think that men are.
I think men are better at driving.
Absolutely men.
Surprised by the female interviewees' responses, I took this question to Instagram to ask my followers which gender they think are better drivers. The results showed 61% of people said men are better than women.
The company says this driving-related stereotype isn't true. And there are other factors people should take into consideration.
Some of those include how well a person can park.
I'm the worst at parallel parking.
Oh yeah, I can parallel park like a dream.
And how fast they drive.
My friends and I, we just got back from a trip down to St. George, and the speed limit there is 80 miles an hour. I was averaging about 95 to 105. I didn't get pulled over, so it was good.
Despite McGarry's good luck, 28 of the 44 men in the Instagram poll did have at least one speeding ticket, and 74 of 126 women didn't have any. Haley Hendricks, ATV News.
You know, I think I'm a pretty good driver, but how did you do on your driver's test?
You know, Bronson, unfortunately, I did not pass the first time, but second time was a charm.
When we come back, ATV's Chaz Ricks will have your full Cache Valley weather report.
Your current temperature is 64 degrees.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back. We're here with ATV's Chaz Ricks.
Yeah, Chaz, tell us about these spring showers.
Well, you know, these spring showers, they bring May flowers. And you know what? We're kind of gonna, we might see some showers, but we definitely see some in the national radar over here. All right, so we can see here that you can tell by the blue. The blue means that there's a little bit of cloud cover, not a whole lot going on, but something's there. The green means that there's a little bit of rain, a little bit of precipitation. Okay, so we see in New York and the New England area, we see a little bit of rain coming through and clouds coming through. A little bit up, if we look at Texas, we got a little bit in Texas kind of pushing its way up a little north, and then we see over here on the other side, we see in Montana working its way over, and also over in Washington and Oregon, all the way down through California. We see some showers, we see some cloudy skies, and let's see what we look like here in Utah. See, in Utah and Logan, we don't have a whole lot of we have a lot of sunshine and a little bit of cloud cover. And a little bit of cloud cover. We have some storms working their way through Brigham City, Layton, and the Salt Lake City area. But let's see what it's going to look like later on in the week. Today we know we have a little bit of sunshine. It's going to be about 64 degrees with a low of 41. We have a 60% chance of rain later tonight. On Thursday, we're going to have a 90% chance of snow. So if you thought the winter was over, you were wrong. We're going to kind of sink down, especially at night, to 28 degrees. And then it's going to stay that way. We're going to have a 20% chance of snow on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, though, it's going to look a lot better. We're going to see the temperatures come up just a little bit. 54 degrees with a low of 32 in the night, and then Sunday is going to be the best day of I guess next week, but it's going to be the best day of the weekend at 62 degrees with a low of 39 at night. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're going to see it climb, just stay about in that area, about 55 degrees, sink down to 31 at nighttime. And Tuesday, we also have on Monday and Tuesday a slight chance of rain, maybe a little bit of snow. We'll just kind of see how that happens. So you guys, I'm hoping that if you have plans for this weekend, you can get them done on Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully nothing outside on Friday because it's going to be a little bit of rain, but
I am looking forward to that good weather on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I don't think the weather is the only thing that's changing because it turns out that there's some changes going on in basketball. Taylor, what do you have for us?
There have been some changes, and still ahead, we have that interview with USU's new head coach. And the Aggies were on the gridiron again. We'll show you the highlights from the annual spring game.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I'm excited to get on the court coaching those guys, and we got to add a few pieces, but I'm excited in the direction of this program. But we're here to certainly be good next year, but to build a program.
That's the new men's basketball coach Craig Smith on the team's current state and what he expects going forward next year. But we'll get to that later. For now, let's talk spring football. The Aggies were back in action on Saturday for their annual blue-white spring game, and it gave us and head coach Matt Wells a preview of how the team stacks up this year. The Aggies in white only allowed 9 total rushing yards on the day, swarming in on junior running back Gerald Bright on this try. But the boys in blue did notch 172 yards through the air, but not on this swing pass to senior quarterback convert DJ Nelson. But how about a little trickery? How about an end around? How about a reverse and a hurdle? Well, that's a lot of work for sophomore wideout Jordan Nathan, especially since Daniel Lange puts an end to it 2 yards in. But junior running back Darwin Thompson broke out the largest run of the day, snagging 10-plus yards before getting pushed out of bounds. The offense did score a lone touchdown set up on this 45-yard long toss from sophomore quarterback Jordan Love to senior receiver Ronquavian Tarver. Then it was Love and Tarver again, completing a 15-yard back shoulder grab to notch the touchdown. Coach Wells says this is another step in the off-season program, but that it's a step in the right direction.
We're kind of halfway done with our preparation. The rest of April and May will be key just in finishing physically and academically, and then June, July with Coach Scholes and his staff will go a long ways determining, kind of how we are as a team. I think we're good. See if we want to be great and if we can win a few close games. So.
Defense won the game 32-25 in a special scoring system. And now on to basketball. As you saw earlier, our Braden Clark sat with USU's head coach. Braden, over to you.
Thanks, Taylor. Hey, everybody, I'm Braden Clark for Aggie TV, and joining me today is New Men's head basketball coach, Craig Smith. I actually noticed with South Dakota, you guys score a lot of points. When you come to recruitment, who do you look for? Do you look for players that fit your offense mainly, or do you look for players that are just the most talented players you can find?
Yes.
Yes, all of the above?
You do. It's a field thing. You certainly got to get, I want great people in our program, but it's all of the above, right? How tough are they, right? What's their attitude like? What's their body language like? Do they compete? You want gym rats. You want guys that love to be in the gym and have a sincere desire to be the best that they can be. And so you look for all those intangible things, right? But in terms of playing, you got to have a certain level of athleticism to play at this level. Oh, yeah. But I love guys that are skilled. I love guys that can pass and catch and make decisions. The way we play, we don't run a million sets. We have a lot of set plays in, but we give our guys a lot of freedom. So with more freedom comes more responsibility. And we're huge into skill development, like I said earlier. So because of that, we allow our guys to be players, not robots where, hey, you need to go here, hey, you need to go there, oh, you got to go over here. And so you got to teach them how to play. And we've been very fortunate to identify those types of guys and allow them to go be the best they can be. And we've had guys that have been very successful overseas and on the professional level, and I think that's a big reason why. And so, but I like size, length, I like speed, and I like versatility. Guys that can play multiple positions, because quite frankly, the way we play, we kind of give guys, it's almost positionless basketball where, like our 5-man last year shot a lot of threes, right? And so we can really distort the game, so to speak, and put guys in a lot of different positions to have success. Well, I'm thrilled to be here. My family's super excited. I can't wait. I'm so proud and so excited and so pumped and stoked and every other adjective you can imagine to be the men's basketball coach at Utah State University. I understand the obligation that we have. I understand the responsibility, and I'm just looking forward to carrying on the rich tradition that we have in Aggie basketball, and I can't wait to fill that arena, the Spectrum. It's an incredible home court, and that spirit and atmosphere is electric, and we need all you fans out to help our guys, and let's build this thing together. And Herd, we're going to see you in full force every game, and anything I can do to help, we will be there, and our players, and we just can't wait to get this thing rolling. Go Aggies!
All right, best of luck, Coach, to you, and over the next few months, I'm sure you'll be busy. Back to you, Taylor.
Thanks, Braden. If you'd like to watch our full sit-down with Coach Smith, go to our Facebook page. And the Aggie gymnasts finished their year out strong in the NCAA Regional Championships on Saturday. Madison Ward was the one to lead the way with a 5th place 9.925 in floor, which ranks as an all-time school record for an NCAA meet here at Utah State. And Utah State softball swept in their season series against Fresno this weekend. The Ags dropped 6-1, 4-3, and a run ruled 15-1. USU is now 13-22 on the season and is playing Idaho State right now. Utah State track and field, yeah, you guessed it, competed this weekend at Spring Break Classic. They took home 9 event titles. On the men's side, the Aggies nabbed the high jump, the triple jump, the pole vault, the 400-meter hurdle, the 800-meter race, and the 4x100-meter relay. The women collected the shot put and the hammer throw. And guys, I'm really excited. I know we've talked a couple weeks about this, but I'm very excited about Coach Craig Smith's year.
I agree, and I think it's not even going to be a good effect just for basketball, but I think the entire sports department.
Yeah, like he said, he wants to get that place filled back up.
I'm excited to see what he can do for us.
Yeah.
When we come back, A new animal joined Baby Animal Days this year. We'll show you what it is.
And find out who's getting ready for football season 4 months early coming up.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I love the major so much. It's my 4th year in the major. The faculty in the PR department help students get more engaged in PR and get more hands-on experience in the field of PR. When I graduate here, I'll have more experience than other students have because of the classes that we take here on campus. Public relations is far the best because there's so much variety in the field. You go into marketing, corporate communications, you can become a writer because of all the things you learn within the classes of public relations.
Football season might not start for another 4 months, but Shani Howard tells us who is getting ready for it now.
This is a green screamer. It's used to pick up trash that is left on the field before and after every game at the Maverick Stadium.
A lot. A lot of trash. We do have to go around and pick up all the trash out of the trash cans and kind of walk around the stadium and pick up any loose trash on the ground.
But there aren't a lot of people to pick it up. In fact, USU only has 4 employees, 3 of which are part-time, to keep the stadium clean.
They don't just maintain this field. They also take care of this one, and this one, this one, and this one. And when the weather gets bad, they are right there to clean it up.
The weather can be a little rough sometimes, gets a little cold.
But the manager says it's all worth it when USU wins a game.
I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win!
What we do is not directly related, but we do provide like a safe and competitive playing surface for the team to come out and perform well, and so when they get that win, that's the best part of the job.
Shani Howard, ATV News.
The Maverick field crew works year-round to keep the stadium game day ready. Families wait in line every year at the American West Heritage Center in Cache Valley to see baby bears. But this year, one striped newborn was getting all the attention.
What would it be like to have a pet zebra?
I would be able to pet it. It's my favorite animal.
Didn't you go back up on the prompter?
What would it be like to have a pet zebra?
This 3-week-old zebra is a new addition to USU's Baby Animal Days held every spring. Kids can hold baby rabbits, pet sheep and goats, ride miniature horses, see baby bears up close, and even take a train ride, but it was the zebra that some kids wanted to take home.
Yeah.
The USU Botanical Center in Kaysville will host a Baby Animal Days event May 11th and 12th. You can find more information on our Facebook page.
And thank you for joining us on this edition of ATV News.
Catch all the latest edition of ATV News on our Facebook page.
We'll leave you with some shots of some Cache Valley locals.
Have a great day, Aggies.
Animals.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.